In the year 2156, Earth had long since joined the Galactic Accord, an interstellar alliance of planets dedicated to knowledge, peace, and mutual development. As part of this new era, humans could now attend prestigious alien academies scattered across the stars. Aaron Kepler was one of the few chosen to attend the Academia Australis, an elite institution orbiting a binary star system in the Andari cluster. I was just a kid from the North American bloc, 22 years old, eager, and maybe a little naive. I'd grown up fantasizing about the stars, watching shuttle launches from my bedroom window, and spending my nights buried in alien linguistics and ancient galactic history. To be accepted into Academia Australis was more than a dream. It was destiny. The first time I saw her, she walked, or rather floated, into our xenocultural psychology class like she owned the universe. Professor Cyril, a tall, luminescent being from the race known as the Arundari, had skin that shimmered like liquid starlight and a voice that resonated in my skull rather than my ears. She had 6 fingers on each hand, translucent wings that folded elegantly behind her back, and eyes like twin galaxies. She wasn't just beautiful, she was ethereal and terrifying. Her first words to us were not in any known language. A wave of thought coursed through my mind, bypassing sound entirely. Your perceptions are inadequate. Here we think with more than minds. We feel with more than hearts. Many students found her teachings too strange, too intense. Within weeks, half the class dropped out. But I stayed. Not just because I was fascinated, but because something in her gaze told me she saw something in me. Something important. The months passed in a blur of mind-bending lectures and telepathic exercises. Professor Cyril taught not just from books, but from lived memories. She would open neural channels, inviting us to experience her people's history firsthand. I saw suns rise and fall over crystal oceans, felt love the way the Arundari did. Shared, collective, boundless. But there was more. One evening after class had ended, I stayed behind. I had questions about a concept she introduced, the bond of Sintera, a sacred mental connection shared between 2 souls across any distance. As I approached her podium, she turned before I could speak. "You felt it," she said. "Not asked." I nodded, confused and slightly embarrassed. "The bond of Sintera is not just theory," she continued, her voice gentle. "You and I are entangled." My stomach flipped. Entangled how? She studied me. I did not choose it. It is not something the Arundari do consciously. But when 2 minds resonate at identical frequency through shared experience, the bond forms naturally. You are the first human I have ever Sintera'd with. The room felt too small. My brain too full. So, what does that mean? It means I see you, Aaron Kepler. More than your biology, more than your thoughts. I see the core of you. And I am drawn. I didn't know what to say. Half of me was exhilarated. The other half wanted to run. For the next few weeks, our interactions deepened. Cyril began assigning me personal projects, working one-on-one with me in private meditation chambers, sharing more memories, some joyous, others dark. I learned about her life before academia. She had once been bonded to another Arundari, a male named Dharan, who died in a spatial collapse near the event horizon of a synthetic black hole. She had grieved for over a century before taking up teaching. And now, somehow, she had bonded with me. Something that should have been impossible. I didn't fully understand the implications until one of her peers, another Arundari professor, confronted me in the garden atrium. "You have disrupted the natural flow," he said with a frown. "Cyril is revered. Her bonding with a human undermines our evolutionary wisdom. She will lose standing, perhaps even exile. Then why doesn't she stop it?" Yes. Because she cannot. Neither can you. The Sintera is a song you cannot unsing. A storm was brewing both outside and within me. Cyril and I could no longer hide our connection. Other students noticed. Rumors spread. I was called a pet, a toy, even an experiment. And yet we grew closer. I began sensing her presence without words, feeling her pain when she masked it with calm. Then came the summit. Once a year, the academia hosted an interspecies council. Representatives from over 80 races attended. Cyril was chosen to speak. Her topic: emotional cognition across species, barriers and bonds. She invited me to stand with her on stage. I refused at first. Too much pressure. Too much judgment. But she took my hands in hers. Hands that radiated warmth and starlight. "You are already with me," she said. "On the inside." So I stood beside her. And together we told our story. She spoke of loss and rediscovery. I spoke of curiosity and connection. We spoke not just with words but with a shared pulse. Some in the audience wept. Others scowled. Afterward, silence fell upon the council. And then the oldest member, a crystalline being known as Zalare, rose from his hoverchair. "The Sintera," he rasped, "has not been witnessed between species in millennia. This is rare, dangerous, but beautiful." And then he bowed. That night, Cyril took me to the bioluminescent caverns beneath the academy, a place the Arundari only visited during sacred transitions. "I must return to my homeworld," she said. "Alone." My heart dropped. Why? They need to see the bond, to feel it. Only then will they accept it. "And what about me?" She reached out, touching my chest with her forehead. "We are still bound. I will feel you. You will feel me. But how long? Time does not move the same in our bond." I didn't understand then. But I do now. A year passed. Then two. I graduated from the academy with honors. Took a post as a cultural liaison on a human Arundari outpost. Still I felt her always in the background, like music from a neighboring room. Then, on the anniversary of our bond, she returned. She was different, heavier, more grounded. "Your world has changed me," she said. "And I have changed mine." The Arundari Council had not only accepted our bond, they celebrated it, called it a new age of cross-species empathy. Cyril had been named ambassador of interspecies Sintera relations. She wanted me by her side, not as a student, not even as a partner, but as a mate. The ceremony was not like any Earth wedding. There were no rings, no vows. Instead, we stood beneath a sky painted with twin auroras, surrounded by representatives from 30 races. We merged our thoughts in a shared pool of neural resonance, our memories open, unguarded. She saw my childhood, my fears, my dreams. I saw her centuries of existence, the weight of her people's expectations, her love for the stars, and for me. When it was done, we weren't just bonded. We were one. Now I travel the stars beside her. Some still question us. Some revere us. But none can deny the truth. Love, true connection, can transcend biology, species, even time itself. I am Aaron Kepler, human, and I am mated to a being of light, memory, and song. 'Cause she chose me, and I chose her.